Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're making homemade bolillos. Bolillos are Mexico's preferred bread. They're very popular for tortas and everyday meals. You can find them in any Mexican bakery, but today I'm going to show you how they're prepared. First, we're going to activate 1 package of active dry yeast with 1 1/4 cups of warm milk. 1 packet of yeast contains 2 1/4 teaspoons. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar and borrow 2 tablespoons of flour from the 3 cups of flour that we're going to be using. Give it a good mix until everything is completely dissolved in the milk. Cover it and place it in a warm, dry place for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it doubles in size. Depending on the weather, I usually place it on the counter, in the microwave, or on top of the stove. While we're waiting for the yeast to activate, to 3 cups of all-purpose flour, add 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix it in until it's completely integrated with the flour. After 15 minutes, the yeast is fully activated and it's doubled in size. Add it to the flour along with 4 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. Make sure the butter is not too hot when adding it to the flour. You can also substitute the butter with 1/4 cup of vegetable shortening or lard. If you're using a stand-up mixer, mix on medium-high speed for a good 12 to 15 minutes. If you're mixing by hand, it may take you a little bit longer, but you will also get a nice arm exercise. You'll know the dough is ready when it no longer sticks to the side of the bowl or your hands, and it will also have a nice stretchy feel. Remove it from the mixing bowl and shape it into a nice smooth ball of dough. Before placing the dough in the bowl, we're going to add a small amount of vegetable oil. Rub it around the bowl. This is going to keep the dough from sticking to the side of the bowl as it rises. The oil remaining on your hands, rub it on top of the dough and place it in the bowl. Cover it and let it sit in a warm, dry place for about an hour or until it doubles in size. During the winter time, I like to place mine in the oven or in the microwave where it's nice and warm. It's been a little bit over an hour and our dough has now doubled in size. Transfer it to a clean, lightly floured working surface. Lightly knead it to release some of the air and shape it into an oval rectangular shape. Cut your dough into smaller pieces. Begin to shape your dough into equal 3-inch balls of dough. This is going to give us 10 medium-sized bolillos. If you prefer them bigger or smaller, you can cut the shapes into smaller or bigger pieces. Transfer your balls of dough back into the bowl and cover them with a clean kitchen towel to keep them from drying while we work on the first one. To shape your bolillo, roll it on the counter and using both hands as you're rolling it, press down a little bit harder around the edge of the dough to get that nice pointy shape of a bolillo. Place them on a non-stick cookie sheet. I like to add a little bit of cooking spray to my cookie sheet so it can give it a nice crispy texture on the bottom as well. Cover them with a clean kitchen towel and let them rest for 25 to 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, using a sharp knife, make a small incision on the top of each bread. Before placing them in the oven, using a spray bottle or a basting brush, spray or baste the top of each bolillo with warm water. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees and place a separate baking dish filled with water on the bottom rack. The steam from the water will create a beautiful thin and crunchy crust. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes or until they have a nice golden brown color. You can find bolillos in your local grocery store and they're very inexpensive, but I like to make them at home because I love the smell of fresh baked bread in my home. And now for my favorite part, the taste test. Let's open one up and see how they turned out. Beautiful. These taste amazing, fresh out of the oven. With a cup of champurrado to dip it in, I'm in heaven. I hope you give this recipe a try and you can surprise your family with fresh baked bread. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future recipes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video with a different recipe.